Welcome back to Magoo's Views. All right, y'all. So Consequence, man, he had some things to say about Pusha T recently. He was in a Hot 97 interview and was talking about his whole relationship, Pusha T's former relationship with Kanye West. Ye. So now, man, because at the end of the day, we know Consequence and Ye, like, they are on better terms. At one time, they were, had their issues. They went back and forth, but Consequence, he's behind Ye. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's sticking with him. Consequence, remember, he was on College Dropout back in the day. He had a hand in helping write, for Ye. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Pusha T. But yeah, man, anyway, this comes from Billboard.com. It says Consequence walks out of Hot 97 interview after calling out Pusha T over Ye beef, saying, "I'm outside." Right? Goes on to say, it says Consequence has a message for his former Good Music label mate Pusha T, because they all were on Good Music at one point. It says the Queens rapper stopped by Hot 97 recently to talk about the state of hip hop with DJ Drewski by sharing alleged text messages from a group chat that apparently included himself, Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, and for the Virginia MC before sending Push a message and abruptly walking out of the interview, leaving Drewski stunned in a clip that has surfaced on social media captured by Glock Topics on Twitter, right? Goes on to say, now this is Consequence's statements. He says, today we need to address what's going on in hip hop. Says Cons proclaimed as the interview began, today I need to share with New York, with Hot 97, with the home of hip hop and the rest of the world, excuse me, I am really high with integrity and with the truth. And this summer we didn't have a song of the summer. Says the rapper said we didn't have a song of the summer because of Pusha T's comments about the state of his relationship with Ye, and accused Push of making those comments simply to help promote Let God Sort Him Out, right? Again, the clips, they were on a whole promotional tour, did it the old school way, man. Like, they were doing like different interviews and everything like that, really building up to Let God Sort Him Out. In my opinion, is the best hip hop album of this year, man. That album is absolutely incredible. I know I got some reviews to come up. I gotta do next, but at the same time, so far, man, that Clips album is, in my personal opinion, man, I said 9 out of 10. I think I'm at a 10 out of 10 right now. I absolutely love that album. But goes on to say, says this is Consequence again. One of the reasons why we didn't have a song of the summer, he said, is because of the soundbite of the summer was "I Don't Respect Kanye as a Man," performed by, and I'm an emphasis, performed by Pusha T and his brother Malice, known as the Clips. Says Consequence then had DJ Drewski read the alleged text messages from the aforementioned group chat from around the time Donda was released in 2021. Says in the diss record to Drake, you still not 100% in the right with me, even though we should have not spoken on your wife. Drewski read aloud, alleged in the message from Ye. You not perfect either. The record still caused me mental harm, so that meant when you shot, you hit me with my family also. Says we have to protect my brain at all costs because I have the vision. This is Kanye's words. It's accountability. You're not wrong, but you're not 100% right either. Yeah, I agree. I'm not perfect. Push alleged replied. Now this is Push speaking in the group chat. Says I never learned how to turn the other cheek when disrespected. It's how I was raised. Martin Luther King wasn't respected in my house either. Hurting you or your family wasn't my intention. Protecting my family and the brand was the only mission. Sorry for any trauma caused by me. Again, this is Push's alleged words. Consequence then went on to call the numbers on the board rapper hypocritical because he allegedly apologized to Ye, even though Push has recently stated that he has no more respect for his former collaborator and friend. Says right. So he apologized for basically dragging Kanye into the beef with Drake, he said. He actually said in his own words, sorry for any trauma I caused you and your family. So where I'm from, if you're willing to apologize to someone, that would mean you respect them, right? This Consequence goes on to say. So if you're running a whole rollout based on some, respecting someone, and you're a man, but you know that you already apologized to this man, then you are being honest with your base. Are you being honest into the world? Is this a real feeling, or is this contrived for marketing? Says he continued by comparing Push's older brother Malice to Martin Luther King Jr. before goading both members of the Clips to meet him outside and taking a shot at their drug dealer rap personas, right? Says another thing I'm going to point out in the text is that he said Martin Luther King wasn't respected in his household. He told Drewski. from everything I've seen into Malice, isn't Malice engulfed in the same scripture as Martin Luther King? And I heard homie say that he's the devil in all this. So maybe you don't respect your brother either. Maybe it's whatever your fame, maybe it's whatever it feels like you're the top guy. But you know what makes you the top guy out here, it makes you a top guy out here. A hit record. He added, so I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna leave. I'm outside. Anybody got anything to say to me, you can take your brother out of the pulpit and find me in the streets. I'm from the same streets as the Supreme Team. I'm from the same streets as Rick, as Rick and Alpo and AZ. Real drug dealers. Remember those, one before walking off. So that's what Consequence did. The interview and everything like that, when he had to address, when he was addressing Pusha T and said that this is back in the Donda era, that they all had a group chat, and Pusha T responded back. He apologized to Kanye about going at Drake. But at the same time, from what I remember, they said that Kanye was the one who gave Pusha T the information that Drake got a kid out here. Kanye all over the place, man. But at the same time, Consequence is, standing up for Ye and all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, we're going to see what happens with this, man. Do I think Malice and Pusha T are going to respond back to Consequence? Maybe. I know they're on tour right now. Like I said, the Clips is having a very big year this year. So we're going to see what happens next with this. But yeah, this is Consequence responding back to Pusha T. Anyway, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hope everybody has a blessed day. I'll see y'all soon. Have a good one.